I was quite lost. I was sad. I was confused, to be honest. I wasn't sure what to do. I needed something, and I'd done all the therapy. I was just so uncertain. Now I feel very optimistic. Life has so much opportunity, and it's up to me to make the life that I want. My name's Michelle Taylor. I'm from Melbourne in Victoria, and I work in HR and also as a teacher. And I really enjoy what I do. I've been doing it for 20 years now, and it gives me a lot of joy. I think I was just running in circles. I knew that I needed to do work, but I had done a lot of psychology. I teach emotional intelligence. I'm not unaware. I have some self-awareness, but I didn't have, I guess, all the tools that I needed to get myself well. Although I was always strong and I could go to work and I could show up and put my face on and be a joyous person often, inside I was very, very lost and sad a lot of the time and uncertain about where my future was headed. On a day-to-day basis, it felt like a struggle, to be honest. It was often difficult to find the motivation. In fact, on occasion towards early this year, I was really struggling to get out of bed. I wanted to hide under the doona, and I did on occasion. I made that choice just to have a day off, and often that would then bring me to light because I'd get a bit bored and I'd want to go start doing again. But I was very, very uncertain, and I am a fairly optimistic person. So I always had that underlying belief that things will work out how they should work out. However, I didn't know how to make that happen. And within myself, because I was so down and lost, it was becoming quite frustrating. I was frustrated with myself that I was an intelligent person. Why aren't I getting this? And that led to frustration and, I think disappointments and just that overall feeling of sadness. And in my case, as I've now been divorced twice after a very long first marriage, you feel so hurt and confused, and you really don't understand. You put a lot of blame on yourself, but also on the other person, and those feelings aren't useful. This is just what I need to do, and I want to invest in myself. I need to get well. I always had things that I knew I had done wrong, and I can now accept them and say, you know what, that's okay. I did my best. Don't get mad at myself over it. I accept that's what I did at the time. The results are just outstanding. I feel relieved to a certain extent. I feel relieved that I put the effort in and that I can now move this stuff out of my life. And I'm turning 52 in a couple of weeks, and the next lot of years are going to be so much better because I've done the work. The hurt isn't even really there anymore. It is just what it is. I feel very, very grateful that that's gone. Look, I think it's just lightened a load of worry. I'm a very self-critical person. I've never really owned how much I've achieved in my career. I've done a lot of things, and I work in senior roles, and I carry myself, and I make a big difference to a lot of people, and that's through teaching and HR, because I always have very long, deep conversations with people. That's my everyday life, and when people are down, I'm there to pick them up. So I'm very much there for everyone else, but I wasn't there for myself. I was constantly berating myself. Carrying extra weight has always been a thing that's made me think that I'm insignificant. But in the last few weeks I've started to lose a bit of weight, and I feel I'm not thin, but I don't care. I feel good about myself. I feel adequate. I actually feel more than adequate. That's not true. I feel alive, and I feel grateful. I've been doing a lot of studies off to the side, and one of them is about gratitude, the strengths of us as humans. And I'm very grateful for what I've just gone through to learn more about myself. My reactions had to be very dramatic when I was going down, and I was completely overthinking situations, worrying for hours on end with no outcome. Now I know how to stop doing that, to stop myself, to shake myself off and say, right, we're not doing this. Let's go do something better than waste 3 hours worrying about something that's not going to change. I'm just going to make myself sick. And in fact, I was making myself sick from worrying about nothing. So, that's such a positive outcome. I don't like to think I wasted the years that I had, because they haven't been all bad. But I'm so grateful that now at 51, I've found this. I feel just so grateful. There's been a lot of loss for many of us in terms of many things in our lives, but we have to be grateful and thankful for what we do have. And I think that's how we need to live our lives, in that gratitude space. We have to be accountable for us and take responsibility for ourselves. If I choose to be negative, that's how my life will be. But I'm choosing happiness, and I'm choosing to be grateful, and I'm accountable for that. At the end of the day, I'm accountable for how I feel every day, and I'm going to choose to make the most of it every part of my life. Now, looking into the future, there's quite a bit of change happening in my life right now, and I'm just really excited about that. Downsizing my life, all my children have moved out now, so it's really just me. I have a new partner who we're just going slowly, but really going well. And he's just a really lovely man, and he's had his own heartbreak over the years, but he's very emotionally intelligent. And I think that's why we work well together. He's very, very supportive of me. In fact, doing the program, finishing the program, and really taking those learnings, because he's had to learn the hard way as well. And I've got endless opportunities. I want to do some more things with my career. I don't like standing in the same place. I'm always challenging myself to do more. And if it works, it's fabulous. If it doesn't, I have to be okay on my own, and I will be okay on my own. I've got what I need now to do that. And there's so many things that you can put on a list and start to tick them off. And, one of the best fun things to do is just to go out to dinner with a girlfriend and chat and talk about stuff, and not have to take with you to that dinner anymore all your sad stories. You take your happy stories, and your friends can see it in you. They can see this happiness, and they say, thank goodness, Michelle, it's been a long 8 years. You've got yourself sorted finally. And I've got myself sorted finally.